The shuttle was full, soldiers, diplomats, traders, and aliens of all shapes and sizes. Every seat was taken, except one. Next to her, she sat quietly by the window, glowing blue skin. Tight bronze top, long fingers folded neatly on her lap. Her eyes, large, shimmering, almost shy. Her body, tall, curvy, athletic. Definitely female. Definitely not human. Everyone avoided her like she carried a disease. A few covered their noses. Some stared at the floor. Jack Carter noticed it the moment he stepped in. One empty seat, right next to the hottest alien girl he'd ever seen. He smirked. Problem with that seat? He asked the officer near the door. The man just shook his head. You'll see, Jack raised an eyebrow. He didn't care. He'd sat next to worse during boot camp. He made his way over, tossed his bag above the rack, and dropped into the seat beside her. Her head turned slowly. Her lips parted just slightly. You chose this seat? Jack nodded. Why not? Looks like the best view in the house. A tiny smile crept on her lips. She blinked once, long and slow. I'm Zenari. Jack, he said. Pleasure. The moment he said it, that's when he noticed the smell. It hit him like warm honey and wildflowers, but thicker, richer, almost sweet, almost wrong, but somehow addictive. He inhaled again. Don't say I didn't warn you, someone muttered from behind. Another whispered, idiot. Now he's stuck. Jack turned to Zenari. So what is it? Your shampoo. She laughed softly. It's my pheromones. He blinked. Your what? She tilted her head, teasing. My scent. My body produces it. For bonding. She leaned closer, and the smell grew stronger, sweet, heavy, like cinnamon and heat. Most humans get dizzy, she whispered. Some even pass out. Jack grinned. And you're telling me this now? She watched him carefully. You're not dizzy. Nope, not sick. He leaned back, smirking. Actually, I kinda like it. Zenari's cheeks turned slightly purple, a blush. That's unusual. Jack shrugged. Maybe I have a weird thing for dangerous alien girls. He chuckled. Or maybe I just like the way you stink. She smiled. Wide, playful, hungry. You're not like the others. Is that a compliment or a threat? He asked. She leaned even closer, her skin almost touching his arm. The scent now surrounded him like a warm blanket. It's an invitation. Jack cleared his throat. Look, I just came here to sit, not to accidentally mate with a space goddess. Zenari licked her lips. You're immune. That means something. The shuttle jolted. Turbulence. Zenari lost her balance, landed right on his chest, her face inches from his neck. Her breath, warm. Passengers behind gasped. One alien muttered, oh no, now it's real. Jack held her gently, helping her sit up. You okay? She didn't answer. Just stared at him, intensely. I didn't mean to touch. You did, she whispered. And you touched the ridge. What ridge? She pointed to a faint glowing line under her collarbone. You touched the bonding ridge. With bare skin. Jack's face froze. Wait. So what now? She leaned in, voice barely a whisper. It means we're connected now. Bonded. By scent and touch. Jack looked at her. Then at the rest of the shuttle. Everyone else avoided eye contact. What happens next? He asked. Zenari's lips curled into a grin. Well, that depends on how excited you get. Naughty comment question. If you accidentally bonded with a sexy alien, would you stay in the seat or switch shuttles? Jack's heart was racing. Not from fear, but from the way her voice melted into his ears like heat. Bonded, he repeated. That's kind of fast, don't you think? Zenari smiled and tilted her head. Your kind kisses to connect. We touched the ridge. Jack looked down at her skin, that glowing line. Still faint, still warm, so innocent looking, so dangerous. And now we're what? He asked. Alien married. Zenari laughed, her fingers brushing the edge of his sleeve. No, just chemically entangled. That sounds worse. She leaned closer. It means I react to your presence. My body adapts. Jack swallowed. Okay, but what does that mean for me? You'll feel things, she whispered. Heat, pulse, desire, but only if your biology allows it. He shifted uncomfortably. His body was already reacting. Well, my biology is apparently into blue women with pheromone perfume. he muttered. Zenari giggled, her voice soft like silk. Then I should warn you. I haven't released the full dose yet. Jack blinked. Wait, that wasn't full dose. She slowly moved a strand of hair behind her ear. Nope, that was just a tease. He looked around nervously. A few passengers were watching now. Some smirking, others glaring. I think we're causing a scene, Jack said. You started it, she replied, her fingers tracing circles on her own thigh. Jack groaned. You're going to get me court-martialed, or rewarded. He turned toward her. Okay. Let me ask you this. Why was everyone avoiding you? She hesitated. Because my kind, when we bond with humans, strange things happen. Jack raised an eyebrow. Define strange. Some humans get addicted to the scent. Obsessed. Delirious. He leaned back, smirking. So you're telling me I'm in danger of falling in love with your aroma? She grinned, biting her lower lip. Oh, Jack, you already are. He laughed nervously. And what happens if I resist? Zenari narrowed her eyes playfully. Then I'll just increase the dose, lady. This is starting to feel like a chemical seduction. She placed her hand on his knee. It's not seduction. Unless you want it to be. Jack looked at her. She was beautiful, alien, yes, but warm, bold, confident. Something about her scent made his thoughts blur and sharpen, all at once. He leaned closer. What if I do want it? She paused, blinked once, then whispered. Then I need your help with something else. Jack frowned. This wasn't about the seat, was it? No. She said, I chose you. Why? Because you're resistant. Because you're interesting. And because, her voice dropped low, I think your body can survive the full bond. The shuttle jolted again, harder this time. Warning lights flashed. A robotic voice announced, unstable atmosphere. Emergency turbulence. Buckle up. Zenari grabbed his arm and pressed her lips close to his ear. There's a reason no one sat here. A reason they warned you. What reason? She leaned in. I'm not just any alien girl, Jack. He looked into her glowing eyes. Then who are you? She smiled darkly. I'm in heat. Naughty comment question. If an alien told you she was in heat, would you ask for a seatbelt? Or a safe word? Asterisk. Jack froze. She was serious. In heat, he repeated, slowly. Zenari's smile deepened. Yes. Our mating cycle, it started yesterday, Poe. Jack replied, eyes wide. Cool, 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 cool. He was sweating now. Not from the shuttle's heat. From her. Zenari slid her fingers up his arm, soft, electric. And your touch on my ridge triggered the bond. Accidentally. He blurted, that doesn't matter. She whispered, it happened. It's chemical now. Biological. Jack shifted in his seat. Well, I didn't exactly mean to propose. Zenari chuckled. In my culture, that was a proposal. Jack groaned. Let me guess, no take-backs? She leaned in, lips brushing his ear. Only if we don't complete it. Jack blinked fast. What does complete mean? She purred. You'll know when your heart rate spikes and your pupils dilate. Like they are now. He glanced down. Yep, things were waking up. I swear this shuttle didn't come with a warning label for this kind of turbulence. Zenari's breath tickled his neck. Maybe you enjoy the danger. Human. Jack swallowed. I enjoy oxygen and not being kidnapped into an alien love cult. She laughed. You think this is a cult? No, but you're very handsy for someone I just met. Suddenly, a deep growl came from behind them. Jack turned. An alien, tall, muscular, green-gray skin with glowing red eyes stood up. His voice boomed. You bonded with her. Zenari's smile vanished. Her fingers tightened around Jack's arm. Stay calm, she said softly. That's Torv. He wanted me. For months, Jack muttered. Well, I didn't mean to cut the line. Torv took a step forward. You defiled the right. A human, filthy, soft, slow creature. Jack stood. Okay, rude. Also, hey, I'm right here. The alien lunged but stopped when Zenari stood between them. He touched the ridge. It's sealed, she said firmly. By law, the bond is recognized. Torv snarled. I will challenge him. Jack blinked. Challenge me? In what? A staring contest. Arm wrestling. Zenari turned to Jack, her face serious now. In our culture, if a bond is questioned, it must be defended in trial. What kind of trial? he asked, nervous. She hesitated. Combat, scent endurance, and mental resilience. Jack's mouth dropped. Did you say? Scent endurance. Zenari nodded slowly. My full scent, at max dose, for 1 hour. Alone with me, in a sealed chamber. Jack chuckled nervously. Okay. That sounds more like a date than a trial. She grinned. Then you better make it count. Torv roared. I challenged the human. Before the next moon rises, Zenari stepped close to Jack, her scent already getting stronger again. If you win, I'm yours, fully, no more teasing. And if I lose, she paused, you lose everything. He swallowed hard, then smirked. Well, I guess I better start training my nose. She leaned in, lips grazing his ear. You better train more than that. Naughty comment question. If you had to win your alien crush by surviving her scent in a sealed room, what would be your strategy for lasting the full hour? Jack stood at the edge of the arena. Not a battlefield exactly, more like a testing dome with glowing walls, humid air, and a strange scent already hanging in the air suite, musky and dangerously familiar. Zenari walked beside him, dressed now in ceremonial leathers. Tight, thin, wrapped just enough to distract. You don't have to do this, she whispered. He looked at her, half smiling. You say that, after bonding with me, kissing my neck with your pheromones, and offering me in front of an alien. Death crowd, she grinned. I said you don't have to, not that I want you to back out. He raised an eyebrow. How supportive. Zenari leaned in, fingers brushing down his chest. Win this, and I'll show you what we do when no one's watching. Now I'm motivated. The announcer's voice echoed in alien tongue. Zenari translated. 3 trials. First, the gauntlet of reflex. Second, scent endurance. Third, mental focus under stimulation. Jack blinked. Stimulation. You guys just say it like that. She licked her lips. It's part of the ritual. Torv entered from the opposite end, growling, flexing, looking like a walking war machine. Jack sighed. I should have just taken a window seat. Zenari touched his cheek. Trust your instincts. Your mind is different. That's why I chose you. He gave a weak grin. Yeah, my mind. Totally not my scent immunity or abs. She laughed. Well, the ABS didn't hurt. First trial, reflex gauntlet, bright lights, moving platforms, holographic walls. Mechanical drones shot energy pulses as Jack sprinted, ducked, rolled. Torv crashed through them like a beast. No elegance, just power. Jack, on the other hand, moved. With speed, precision, human cleverness. He dove under a spinning blade, slapped a switch, and triggered an override. Cheers erupted. Zenari clapped softly. You improvise like a warrior poet. He smirked. Nah, just played too many video games. Second trial, scent endurance chamber. Jack stepped inside a sealed glass pod. Zenari was already there, eyes glowing, chest rising slowly. She spoke softly. This is where most humans collapse. He sniffed. Oh yeah, it was strong now. Sweet, spicy, like lavender and wild heat, and hot skin pressed against cool air. Every breath pulled him deeper. Every blink blurred his thoughts. She moved closer. I can turn it up or down. But to win, you must take it all. Jack nodded. Give me your worst. She inhaled, then exhaled directly onto his neck. A wave of scent hit him like liquid heat. His knees wobbled. His body tingled. He gritted his teeth. Zenari purred. Still standing. Barely. He gasped. You're strong. Or stubborn. Both, he whispered. She stepped. Even closer. Body brushing his. He groaned. You trying to win me or knock me out? She smirked. Maybe both. Third trial. Mind control under stimulation. Jack was strapped to a chair. Visuals flashed on the screen in front of him. Alien runes. Human. Images. A mix of sound and sensual suggestions. Zenari stood behind him, whispering phrases into his ear. Soft. Erotic. Terrifyingly effective. You can leave. You know, just say the word. End it all. Jack's hands gripped the sides. I've endured worse, he whispered. She brushed a hand down his spine. Oh really? Tell me what could ever compare to this. His breathing got heavier. But he stayed still, focused, locked in. He smiled. You're going to have to do better than that. Her voice dropped. Flirty and low. Oh, Jack, that was just the warm-up. Naughty comment question. Be honest, could you survive 10 minutes alone with Zenari in that scent chamber? Or would you tap out early and let her punish you? Asterisk still third person. Still full of naughty tension, HFY bravado, flirty chemistry, and a strong cliffhanger to keep them watching. This one really lets Jack shine in that human cleverness. Beats brute alien muscle theme while keeping it hot. The crowd was silent. Even Torv looked confused. Jack Carter, sweaty and dazed, but still standing, emerged from the third trial chamber. His shirt clung to his chest, ripped at the collar. His pulse was racing, his legs shaky. But his smile, that was pure human mischief. The elder alien. Judge rose from his floating seat. All trials complete, he declared. Challenge results pending. Zenari rushed to Jack, catching him just before he stumbled. You did it, she whispered. I think I hallucinated my high school math teacher making out with a jellyfish. Jack muttered, blinking. Zenari smiled. Then you passed. Torv growled. That's impossible. No human survives the scent phase without consequences. Jack turned to him. I got a mild headache and the urge to call my ex. Other than that, I'm good. The crowd gasped. Zenari laughed, her eyes glowing. You made a joke during a sacred ritual. Jack smirked. Welcome to humanity. The judge floated forward. Despite unorthodox behavior, the human completed all tasks with creativity, with resistance, with style. Torv snarled. He is unworthy. Zenari stepped forward. Then challenge me. If you dare. Torv paused, but he didn't move. The judge raised a glowing staff. Bond confirmed. Cheers erupted. Zenari turned to Jack, eyes sparkling. You're mine now. Jack raised a brow. Does that mean you're taking me to dinner or straight to mating? She leaned in, her voice low. Dinner first, then dessert. They were escorted to a private chamber aboard the station. Alien customs required a final bonding confirmation in private. Jack looked around the dimly lit room. Soft lights, silk cushions, scented mist. Is this your idea of a hotel suite? He joked. Zenari approached him slowly, hips swaying. Her top hung loosely now, her scent thicker. No, she purred. This is the consummation chamber. Jack blinked. Wait, what now? Zenari gently pushed him down onto the cushions, climbed onto his lap, knees on either side. Your body passed the tests, but now I need your mind. Jack chuckled. You already scrambled it. Her hands ran down his chest. Good. Then I can melt the rest. He grinned, breath heavy. I'm not scared. She leaned close, lips brushing his. Don't be. Just as their lips touched, a loud alarm blared. Emergency warning. Intruder detected. Breach in Deck 6. Security teams respond. Zenari cursed under her breath. Not now. Jack stood, heart still pounding but now in combat mode. What is it? She looked at the flashing lights. They're here for me. He frowned. Zenari's expression darkened. A faction that hates bonds between species. They'd rather kill me than see this union succeed. Jack cracked his knuckles. Well, they just interrupted the best moment of my life. He grabbed a plasma pistol from the nearby locker. Let's go show them what a soft, weak human can do. She smiled, proud and aroused. You're not weak. You're dangerous. He winked. I'm yours now, remember. That makes me lethal. Naughty comment question. What's hotter, alien bonding rituals, or fighting side by side with your sexy alien mate while half-dressed and covered in pheromones? Asterisk. Jack ducked behind the metallic pillar, plasma pistol in one hand, adrenaline pumping in his veins. Outside the bonding suite, chaos unfolded. Red lights flashed. The echo of alien footsteps filled the corridor, and weapons sizzled in the air. He turned to Zenari. What kind of people crash someone's mating night? She didn't smile. They call themselves the Purity Front. They believe my kind should never bond with humans. He peeked out the corner, firing a single shot. Clean, fast, effective, racist. Space terrorists, he muttered. Charming. Zenari crouched beside him, her glowing hand activating a hidden panel in the wall. A secret door slid open. Come, I'll explain everything. They ran into a narrow passage, dimly lit with pulsating blue lights. The air felt charged. Jack noticed her body was still radiating heat, the pheromone cloud clinging to her like a living aura. Is this place your backup honeymoon suite? He joked, panting. No, she said seriously. This is a neural vault. Jack raised a brow. Why do sexy alien girls have neural vaults under their bedrooms? She stopped, turned. Her eyes glowed brighter than ever before. Because I'm not just some girl, Jack. He tilted his head. No kidding. She stepped forward, hand on his chest. I'm part of an experimental program my people created, selective pheromone bonding. You mean love potions? No, we weren't testing attraction, we're testing compatibility. Jack blinked. You bonded with me as part of a test. She hesitated. You weren't chosen by accident. You were selected out of thousands, based on your genetic profile, brain chemistry, and emotional resilience. Jack stepped back, lips parting. So I'm a lab rat with good ABS. Zenari's face fell. No, you're more than that. You're the first human who hasn't gone insane from the bond. He rubbed his temples. And the others? They either broke or became obsessed, addicted to the scent, violent, desperate. He stayed quiet. She reached for him. But you stayed balanced, joked, fought back, made me laugh, made me feel safe. His eyes met hers. You should have told me. I couldn't. Not until the trials were complete. If I told you earlier, it would have affected the data. Jack exhaled. So I passed your alien compatibility quiz, and now people want to kill us for it. Yes, she said. Because if word spreads that humans can bond without losing control, our entire diplomatic order will change. Jack smiled slowly. Well, let's give them something to talk about. He reached forward and grabbed her waist, pulling her close. You still wanted to finish the bonding? He asked, smirking. She leaned in, voice sultry. Only if you promise not to faint this time. He kissed her deep, slow, electric. For a moment, there was no war, no traitors, just the scent of her skin, the taste of her lips, and the heat rising between them. Then dash boom. The vault door exploded behind them. Dozens of armed aliens stormed in helmets, rifles, shouting in harsh dialects. Zenari pulled away, eyes wide. They're trying to erase the data, she gasped. Jack turned, firing to rapid shots. They're gonna have to erase me first. Zenari activated the core panel on the vault, uploading encrypted genetic logs and bonding data to the Intergalactic Diplomatic Council. Sparks flew. Sirens wailed. Jack stood in front of her, shielding her with his body as enemy fire ripped through the vault. You sure I'm worth all this? He shouted over the blasts. Zenari smiled, glowing through smoke and chaos. You're not just worth it, you're mine now. Jack grinned. Damn right I am. Naughty comment question. If your alien crush told you she picked you from thousands of males for your emotional endurance, would you feel flattered or just ask? When round two starts, asterisk, the command center was burning. Smoke curled across shattered consoles. Warning sirens howled. Lights flickered red. And Jack Carter stood at the heart of it all. Plasma pistol in one hand, the other locked tightly around Zenari's. He wasn't running. Not anymore. Zenari activated the last security override. The vault sealed behind them with a heavy hiss. The councils received the bonding data, she said. Breathless, it's over. No, Jack said, eyes locked on the motion sensors. Not yet. A small army was closing in. Soldiers loyal to the Purity Front. They weren't just trying to kill her. They were trying to erase everything they had become. Zenari stepped in front of him. If they kill you, the bond collapses. Jack chuckled. If they kill me, they'll never get to see what happens when a pissed-off human gets emotional. She smiled. You sound possessive. I am. She pulled him into a quick, hard kiss. Not soft, not sweet, desperate, hot, real. They broke apart as the doors burst open. Torv entered with a squad of armed elites. He pointed at Jack. You were a mistake. Jack raised his pistol. Funny. I was just thinking the same about your face. The fight exploded. Lasers burned the air. Energy blasts shook the walls. Jack ducked, rolled, fired, kicked. Zenari launched herself with fluid grace, claws glowing, scent flaring like a weapon. The room became a storm of heat, sound, and flashing. Lights. Jack caught Torv with a plasma shot to the leg, then a punch to the jaw that cracked bone. Torv fell, gasping. Humans are animals. Jack leaned down, smirking. Nope, we're apex predators. Zenari stepped beside him, claws stained, breathing hard. We should go, she said. Not yet. Jack walked over to the central console and uploaded the bonding logs across every major galactic channel. He turned to Zenari. You said they wanted to hide us. She blinked. Jack, what did you do? He grinned. I made us viral. Across the galaxy, screens flickered. Images of Jack and Zenari holding hands, fighting side by side. Kissing under fire streamed into alien homes. And suddenly, the galaxy saw something new. Not fear, not dominance. Bond. Between human and alien. Between scent and instinct. Between war and love. As the command center burned, Zenari whispered, You've started a revolution. Jack nodded. Let them come. They boarded a stolen cruiser. The engines roared to life. Zenari leaned against the window, watching the planet shrink behind them. Where now? She asked. Jack walked up behind her, slid his arms around her waist. Anywhere. She turned, lips brushing his. You still like my scent? He smirked. Zenari. I'd bottle it and sell it back on Earth as victory. No. 5. She laughed, tackling him to the floor as the stars streaked past them. The screen faded to black. Final. They said no one could sit near her. But I sat. I stayed. And now she's mine. And the galaxy will never smell the same again. Final naughty comment question. If a sexy alien woman fought a war beside you, bonded with you for life, and smelled like your greatest fantasy, what would you name that perfume?